Welcome back. We all use the word reforms all the time, sometimes often loosely. But one sector in 2020 which actually implemented or at least started implementation of a whole host of reforms is actually the oil and gas space in India. Remember the open access regulations for city gas distribution, unified tariffs for gas pipelines. I mean, the list is big, and of course, the start of the divestment process for BPCL. To find out what's lined up for 2021, we are joined by Tarun Kapoor, Secretary, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Mr. Kapoor, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. And first up, let me wish you a very happy 2021. And my first question to you is exactly about the year ahead. You all did start a lot of important initiatives in 2020. What are the initial plans for 2021 in terms of themes, targets, whatever?
Good morning and Happy New Year to everyone. So in 2021, we will carry forward what we started in 20 and scale up. So first area which I would like to mention here are biofuels, because we want that the domestic production of whatever we consume should go up. And biofuels is probably the most important, because it benefits the farmers, it benefits even the urban areas, because we are also talking about compressed biogas made from urban solid waste. So we have this scheme to set up 5,000 compressed biogas plants, and this year we should see a lot of traction in this. We should see a lot of investment coming in. So we are looking for investments running into lakhs of crore rupees. And then blending of ethanol in petrol. So this year we are sure that most of the petrol which would be sold in the country would be E10. And E10 is very good for the environment. The emissions go down drastically. Just that 10% blend, it has a fantastic effect on the environment. Certain countries have done really well in that, and the environmental position is much better. And then biodiesel also. Then the other thing which I'd like to mention here is use of natural gas. So use of natural gas in the country has to go up. So we are talking of CNG, we are talking of piped natural gas into homes, we are talking of converting industry from various other forms of fuels, like say some would still be burning coal or some would be burning pet coal, to natural gas, which is much cleaner, much easier to handle and much safer. So for that we need our piped network to reach every corner of the country. So we expect that during this year the trunk network, we have to do 34,000 kilometers to connect the entire country, and we've done about 18,000 kilometers. So in this year we should do at least, say, I think 4,000 more. And then the distribution networks. So we have to cover all the major cities. We will do that, and we want all the consumers to take connections, to take domestic connections, come forward and take these connections, so that the natural gas flow becomes really good. The next area I just want to mention is domestic production of crude. So here again we look forward to more discoveries. We look forward to the domestic production going up, and then certainly the production of natural gas is certainly going to go up, because there are some discoveries, and this year we expect that those would come on stream.
Oh, that's very hopeful. If our explorations will yield something on crude as well. We have, of course, had some recent success in gas. But your answer was comprehensive. It's throwing up a lot more questions. One, if you're betting so big on pipeline, the immediate question is, will the unbundling of GAIL's marketing and pipeline business be something that is immediately on the anvil? Likewise, the revision of the gas pricing formula. Already the idea is out there. You all have announced it. Should we see it being effective?
So immediately what we are aiming at is to set up a independent transport operator. The idea is that anyone who wants to buy gas or anyone who wants to sell gas and wants to use the network should be able to do it without problems. So if we have this independent operator, this operator would have the spare capacity in all the pipelines under his control. So which means that any company which is owning the pipelines and also selling its own gas would not monopolize. So immediately that's what we want to do. There are multiple line owners in the country. The pipelines are owned, 70% are owned by GAIL, but then we have IOCL, we also have private companies owning pipelines. So we want private sector to own pipelines. We don't want, again, monopolies to come in there, and we want private sector to come in a big way. So therefore, just getting this independent operator would be the game changer. GAIL has to continue to be a trader, and GAIL also has to continue at least for some time to own pipelines and to build pipelines, because we need that infrastructure also to come into the country.
Okay, actually you've given us a lot of data, Mr. Kapoor, and I have a couple of questions on that. First, on this whole expansion in the biofuel space, you did start by saying the big focus is on biofuels. What kind of investments? I know you said it would run into lakhs, but if you can just give us more granular data on whether there is a lot of private capex coming into this space, what kind of opportunities do you see from for the corporate world in the biofuel space itself?
So now I'm talking of say those 5,000 plants which we propose should come up in the country. So each plant would involve investment of roughly about 50 crores. So you can multiply by 5,000 and you see that there's a huge investment required, and most of it should come from the private sector. I think almost say 70 to 80% or even more should come from the private sector. Then ethanol. Now just if we have to reach 20% blending by 2030, that target now we propose to enhance and do it much before 2030. So the oil marketing companies would be buying ethanol worth some 50 to 60,000 crores every year. So just imagine the kind of effect it will have on the economy, the job creation, and the economic activity which this will generate. So therefore, that's why I say that at every level, just a big push on biofuels, which is the most important agenda given by the Honorable Prime Minister, is going to have a very good effect in the economy and creation of jobs in the country.
Okay. So, we are being told we are running out of time. We are borrowing time from the other show. But I have to ask you this. What's the update on BPCL divestment? Give us some timetable. I mean, March, April, May.
I don't think I can really comment on that, because
Okay.
That's being handled by Deepam. But then government is keen that this investment does take place. And I think it's proceeding as per plan and in a very positive manner.
Okay, now this one is definitely up your alley. The Reserve Bank has also commented, or rather requested the government, this cess on oil, on fuel. Now that fuel prices have risen and we have passed the tough year, can one hope for some relief?
The price of petrol and diesel is decontrolled, which means
Yes.
that the oil marketing companies set the price on their own.
But the
And
cesses
it
are yours,
depends
sir.
on the international price of petrol and diesel.
No, the cesses and taxes are yours.
But yeah, that's true. But then the international price of crude has been going up recently. It's not just the price of crude. What matters is also the price at which petrol and diesel is sold internationally.
Yeah, I
So
agree,
that does
sir.
have an
So
impact.
that is
So
only 35 to
for-
40%
yeah.
of the price. There are chapter and verse people who are telling you that it is taxes and cesses, both of center and states, which are accounting for the balance 60%, sometimes even more of the price. So, you guys can make a big difference, and that's why the Reserve Bank has added it in as one of the requests in terms of fuel prices.
The price has been stable for quite some time now. Last December month Most of the month it has been stable, and let's hope that the crude price currently is around $50.
Yes.
It goes up to 51 and then between that range. So hopefully it should cool down a bit.
Okay.
So let's hope for the best.
All right. I'll take that, Mr. Kapoor. We should expect the Middle East to help us and not so much Delhi in this issue. Be that as it may, thank you very much indeed for joining us, and once again hope you have a great 2021. Well,
Thank you.
we've started 2021 by eating up a little bit of Chartbusters. We promise not to do that for the rest of the year. Thank you very much for watching. Chartbusters coming up.